this. When you're making a bowl or any piece, you're throwing the shape from the inside. So this stuff on the outside has to be trimmed away to match the inside shape. Okay? And then the question I asked last week is, how can I make a foot that's deeper and has kind of an undercut to it? So it changes the direction. Like we'll come down and we'll follow this shape, but if we put the foot right at the very small part of the bowl, the foot would be very tiny. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down and reverse the direction of the foot so it's more stable, and yet it continues that nice, delicate, small base. Okay, so we have to decide or determine how much clay we have in the bottom, and you can do that by sticking your needle through it, but because this is leather hard, it's not always sure, we're not always certain that we're going to be able to close that hole. So we just take our little level, put it over the top, and we measure the distance from the inside of the bowl to the top of the stick, and then from the tabletop to the top of the stick, and we know the difference is the thickness of that clay. Does that make sense? Now we also know then by that we want to retain about 1/4 of an inch thickness in the bottom of the bowl for strength and durability, so we have about 1/4 inch left to trim away. That's why when you're opening the clay, it's important to leave between 1/2 inch and a full inch of clay at the base so that you can make that really nice deep foot. And a lot of people want to put glaze on the inside of that recessed area. It's a lot more possible if the foot is deeper to put that glaze in there. Otherwise, this part here, the center part of the bowl, sometimes will flump. And if it's glazed, the thickness of the glaze and the slumping motion will make it stick to the shelf. That's why we don't encourage people to put glaze on the recessed area of the foot unless it's a really deep foot. Okay, so if you know already you're going to throw a bowl, keep that in mind so that you have a nice amount of clay to make your foot. Okay, so now we can take away this flat surface, and we're going to use a foam pad because this is a wide-rimmed bowl. This foam is going to hold it in place as we're trimming. Normally what you would do is you'd put this on a bat and center it up. Okay, and move it until it's centered, or you can what is called tap it to center, which I have not learned how to do.
Did you do that? Did you do much today this morning? Did he tap the center?
I don't remember.
We talked about it, but I didn't get to see her.
He tapped the center a couple of times. Anyway, so that's fairly close. Now it's on this foam that's going to keep it from moving too much. So I know that the inside of the bowl, that's kind of where that narrow part of the bowl on the inside is. But I'm going to trim on the outside first. This is a little on the dry side, so I'm going to trim a little at a time. And I'm also going to use my tools. I'll be right back.